Hello YouTube, it's me White Sushi and today I'm back with a tutorial video, and this tutorial video will be covering the usage of shards, what are shards, how to get shards, and what are the more popular shards, which I will show you guys at the end of the video. So without further ado, I'm gonna open up my inventory here, and as you can see I have about 3 bags full of shards right now. The blue shards are for your weapons or gear, whereas the green shards are for your relics. So what shards do is that they augment, or rather they modify your equipment, your character, or your tower stats based on what the shard gives. I will show you guys an example later on, but I'm gonna talk about how to get shards first. And there's actually 4 ways to get shards right now, so I'm just gonna bring this up. So the first way of getting a shard is to win the difficulty and opening the chest. At the end, if you are doing campaign, you get about 1 to 3 campaign shards after each win. It's completely random. And if you are doing on like chaos, you will get a chaos shard based on the difficulty. So for example, if I'm doing chaos 5, I will get a chaos 5 shard, and if I'm doing chaos 7, I will get a chaos 7 shard. So onto my second point, which is that bonus random shard of a lower difficulty if you complete chaos. What I mean by that is if I do a chaos 5 run, I have a chance of getting a random shard, like it's a bonus on top of the chaos 5 shards I'm already getting, a random one that's between campaign to chaos 4. So if I'm doing like chaos 1, I can only get a random shard that's from campaign, and if I'm doing like chaos 7, I can get a random shard from chaos 1 to 6. I mean from campaign to chaos 6, sorry. I'll show you guys another diagram in a bit, or rather not a diagram, but an example of how shards work. And also for my third point, consecutive wins award bonus shards of the same tier. So if I have a consecutive win going and I complete a Chaos 5 map, I'll get 2 Chaos 5 shards because one of them is from the consec, as well as the random shard between campaign and Chaos 4 that I always get. I'll show you guys in a bit. And the last way of getting shard is actually from the Defender's Medal shop, which I will show you guys right now. There's actually a shop thing where you can buy shard packs from. And this lady here is the gem version of it. Right now you can only buy up to Chaos 5 shards. And this other guy over here is for Defender's Medals. Honestly speaking, I will not advise you guys to spend Defender Medals nor gems on shard packs, just because if you play the game enough, you'll eventually be sitting on all the shards, if not excess of many of it, like what I have right now. So and I've not spent any Defender Medals on that. It's kind of a waste. There's better things to spend Defender Medals on. Maybe I'll make a YouTube video in the future for that. But just telling you guys that even though some pros recommend spending a little bit to get the shards you need, I believe is not necessary and kind of wasteful. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys an example of what kind of shards you can get. So for example, I'm doing Chaos 5 right now. My first run in Chaos 5 will award me a Chaos 5 shard plus a random from campaign to Chaos 4. My second run will do the same, so as well as my third run. However, on my fourth run, because I have a win streak going, I will get a Chaos 5 shard plus another Chaos 5 shard because of consecutive wins, as well as a random campaign to Chaos 4 shard. And then on my fifth run, it's going to be the same. So in this instance, if I do a certain difficulty 5 times, and assuming that I win all of them, I will get a total of 7 Chaos 5 shards and 5 random shards from campaign to Chaos 4. So I hope this kind of makes sense to you guys. Alright, so now that I've shown you guys how we can actually get the shards, I'm going to show you guys how to use them. And yeah, I'm going to be using Flame Auras as an example because Flame Auras are one of the most obvious towers that gets affected by shards. So right now I have a mark here. I'm going to take off all the shards, right? And I'm just going to place down this Flame Aura. So the first thing you notice is the circle is really small compared to this guy over here, who's not really part of the video. But yes, the circle is really small. I'll show you guys why in a bit. So if I place this down and then you look at the enemies, you'll see how fast the enemies are actually taking damage here, and the amount of damage they are taking, which is about 281k on crit. Just notice the red number for now. So I'm gonna show you guys how useful shards are. So to start off, I'm gonna press hold control and left click one of my relics, which was my relic for my flame auras. Then you will see that I have 3 shard slots. Legendary and mythic items have 3 slots on relics. Rare items have 2 slots. I'm not sure if I have any rare medals though. Let me try finding one of it for you guys. Probably not. But just do note that a rare relic here, like this one, has 2 slots. A green relic has 1 slot, and a 1 relic has no slots. So definitely do not want to use 1 relic, because I'm about to show you guys how useful shards are. And for your armor, mythic and legendary have 2 slots, and the rare ones have 1 slot, with green ones having no slots, I believe. Don't actually have any green items, unfortunately. I could be wrong though, so do correct me if green items actually have slots. But yeah, blue ones do have 1 slot. I'm not sure about green ones though. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how much flame aura changes. Remember, 281k crit damage right now at a rate around this, same as these guys. So first I'm going to throw in defensive crit damage. And immediately you realize that these flame auras are hitting for 369k, which is about 30% increase, 34% to be exact. So this is like extra DPS boost, very important. And then I go back here. Then I equip another shard. This time it's gonna be defense rate. I suddenly see them taking damage a lot faster, because right now he has about 0.31 attack rate. So every second my flame aura hits 3 times, which is a lot faster than what this guy is actually hitting. I believe it's not running defense rate shards, which is why it's at this speed. But you can obviously see the speed difference. Alright, and finally I'm gonna throw on my defense rate shard. Just gonna widen the circle of my flame aura. So now my flame aura is about the same size as his. And I'm gonna tell you guys a very interesting fact about defense range right now. And that is that defense range is actually a lot better than power transfer. A lot of you guys think that, you know, running a medallion and then throwing on power transfer is a good idea. I mean, it is a good idea, but doing defense range is much better, just because the enemy will take about, I guess, 1 second to go from this outer circle to the inner circle where our aura range used to be. So this is like a 1 second movement distance. And during this 1 second, the enemy is effectively taking 3 hits from your flame aura. So you're not getting like a direct DPS boost on paper, but enemies are theoretically taking 3 hits, or maybe more, depending on what kind of enemies, whether it's the slow ones or is it the fast ones, to go through the gap boosted by defense range shard, which is daily strikes. So now you guys know what the shards are capable of. You guys should know that shards are like super important at this time, right? Shards are super important. So I'm gonna show you guys how to actually get these shards, and I'm gonna use a very useful website which I will be linking down in the description below at the end of my video. So let me just bring up the website. It's called DD2tools.com/shards, and on this website you will be able to look up what shards and what difficulty you can get them on. They even have all the shards you can no longer obtain there, which are probably gonna come back in a later patch somewhere. So I'm just gonna switch the screen over, and as you guys can see, I have the website brought up. So for example, if I want my defense range shard, I know it's called daily strikes, but if you don't know, you can probably like Google it, now defense range shard, and then there will be another answer. I know that it's called daily strikes, so I'm gonna search for daily strikes. And yes, as you can see here, it narrows down the entire cluster of shards there to only daily strikes. And then they will tell you that all characters can use this shard, and it's found on Chaos 3. So similarly, if I want to find defense rate for tower attack speed, tells you that it's on Chaos 4. Alright, so no, that's it. I'm gonna put this in the description. You guys can take a look for yourself. This website is not done by me, just saying. but it's a very useful website for the community. Just gonna switch my screen back. Alright, so hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about shards today, but I'm just gonna do a quick summary here. So I show you guys a list of some of the more useful shards. So today we covered that shards are mods you place inside gear or relics to augment tower slash character stats. I did not go so in depth into character building for this video shards, but you guys get the idea. Don't just throw stuff inside there and it's gonna make your character better. Shards are obtained from victory chests at the end of any difficulty, and different difficulties reward different shard packs which award shards of their own set. So like what I said, Chaos 5 gives Chaos 5 shards and Chaos 6 gives a guaranteed Chaos 6 shard, for example. And lastly, you are able to buy shard packs for either defender medals or gems, although I would not recommend it. So before I end off my video, let me just show you guys a list of some of the more useful shards. I think that it's more like a personal opinion thing, but I've played this game enough, so kind of know which are actually good and which are not so important. So from campaign, we have Speed Boost. Speed Boost is a shard for your boots. Here we have it. It increases my movement speed by 500, which lets me run really fast. And then we have defensive crit damage, which was one of the shards I featured on my Flame Aura. That kind of boosted its damage by 34%, which is really important. And then I have Warm Scarf, which you guys did not see in action because it's a defensive shard, but it reduces the damage I take from enemies by 15%. Really important for surviving those endgame content, those assassins in Chaos 5 onwards. And then from Chaos 1 we have Destruction, which is a shard for boosting damage, tower damage instead of crit damage. I'm not sure if I can find it. I don't really use it that much nowadays, unfortunately, but I should be able to find it somewhere. Nope, apparently I don't use it much. Right, but it's still useful, you know. Cost one shard, really good for beginners. And then we have Bulwark. Bulwark is a shard on your armor, which increases your armor by 40%. It doesn't sound like much, but when you're wearing Chaos 7 gear, where you have about 6,000 plus armor on each piece, this 40% gives you about 3,000 armor from each of your gear, right here, which is insane, about 3,000 armor. So this gear itself gives 6,000, but just by having this shard, this gear gives about 9,000, and so does every other gear piece I have on right now, which is insane. Helps a lot with survivability. So in Chaos 2, we don't have any Chaos 2 shards, but that does not mean that Chaos 2 does not have good shards. It has some shards that are useful, just not cookie cutter or top tier, which I have right now. So for Chaos 3, we have Daily Strikes, very important shard. I explained it earlier why it's so good. It basically increases the range of my aura by 34%, I believe. Oh yeah, it's 40%, so that's even better. Alright, so for Chaos 4, we have Power Transfer. I should have Power Transfer somewhere. But let me just try bringing it up. I should have it here, Power Transfer. Yeah, so Power Transfer increases the defense crit damage of the affected tower by 60%, I believe. It's by 60%. Now let's just max this. Kinda expensive to max charge. Oh my god. There we go. So we're just gonna max it. Yes, 60% of its defense power. Really good for medallions. For example, if I have this medallion here, 60% of 21,000 defense power will be about 14k. So I'm gonna get like 14k crit damage, which effectively puts my crit damage above my defense power. Because 9k plus 14k equals about 23k. Although if you want just pure crit damage, a mark is still better. I'm not gonna talk about relics in depth in this video, but you guys get the point. And then we have defense rate, which I also featured a little bit here. Increase attack rate of affected tower. I lost my flame aura, so whatever tower I have it on to attack a lot faster. And then I have this interesting shard called Smashing Fist, which I'll show you guys right now. It's actually for Monk's weapon, so it spawns a fist dealing 220% ability power damage, and it does another fist that hits for 420%. So let me just show you guys this thing in action. So if I post smash now, you see your fist dropping down. Then another fist that goes upwards after the first one drops down. So this effectively triples or quadruples my post smash damage. Really important considering how Monk is a key class for fighting siege rollers. Moving on, we have Beacon of the Storm. which is a shard for your glove. I don't have him on this character, but I have him on my EV. Once per second, your primary attack spawns a lightning ball that deals 50% of the hero damage, and storm damage bounce up to 3 times. Does not sound like much, but it's really good for clearing all the mobs. If I attack here, you see this beacon of the storm. Where is it? It's the beacon of the storm. Right, so if you look closely, you see this purple lightning thing that's currently on the screen. It does not jump to other dummies for some reason. Maybe they're not close enough. But you do see that there's this purple lightning thing here that's flying back and forth. And that is what Beacon of Storm does. Helps you clear out all the little enemies while your character DPS really gets to the targets you want to hit. So from Chaos 7, there's Power Pylon, which I'm using on my Squire Blockades right now. It allows my Squire Blockades to buff towers placed near them, and then they'll have a purple glowy effect. Not gonna show you guys now. Actually, I could, So this tower is gonna get buffed by my blockade. Yes, as you guys can see, his DPS just went up, and then he now has a purple particle effect, which is not very obvious. But if you go in here, you can kind of see it's like glowing purple. And then I have charge shot, which is something that pretty much only EV hunters and apprentice benefits from. So it allows me to have a chance to do this right click charging shot where I do a left click. So if I just hold left click right now, you see that charge shots are automatically coming out, which really boosts my DPS. Then we have Power Gambit for my armor. Increases your hero damage by 50% by increased damage taken from enemies. So if you run Power Gambit, try to run Bulwark to offset this extra damage you're actually supposed to be taking. But for the most part, it should be fine. Fury Brimstone, just straight up damage increase, 12% of hero damage to attacks as magical fire damage. Straight up damage increase, no reason why not to get it. And finally, we have node increase, which is something interesting. You guys should see in my other videos. I've talked about it a little bit in my build videos, so I'm not going to talk about it now. And yeah, if you guys like the video, do give me a subscribe on my YouTube channel, or do check out my Twitch channel as well, because I stream there mostly, stream Dungeons Fans 2 and some other games on my weekend or night streams. Do give me a follow there, link will be down in the description. If you guys have any questions about the game, feel free to ask over my Twitch, or you can leave it in the comments. Maybe I'll do a tutorial video for it in the future. And yeah, I'll see you guys, either I might stream later, which I will not be doing Dungeons Fans 2, or on my next YouTube video tomorrow.